In the last lesson, we added this glow effect, but it's a little bit much. It's a little bit strong, and I really don't want it to show up everywhere. And so there's a couple of ways we could do this. Now, we could permanently, delete from this section using the eraser. I could get a soft airbrush, and I could paint with transparency, and it's going to start bringing that white back out of there. But that's a permanent change, okay? If I make this change and then decide later, it's like, oh, I like that the way it looked before. If I don't immediately undo that, I'm not really going to have any option to go back and change that later. That's where a layer mask comes in really handy. Let me show you how a mask works. I've made a new layer, and I'm going to paste a copy of Van Gogh's Starry Night, just as an example. Control-T brings up the transform tool, which I rarely use, but you can grab a corner and pull this down to make it bigger. Press Enter to finalize that. Now our whole piece is covered with the painting. I'm now going to put a mask on this layer. So to do that, just click the button right here. It's a little box with a circle in it. The way a mask works. For example, right now this mask is filled with white. It's filled with an opaque, 100% opaque white color. And it doesn't really matter what color you put in the mask. If it's a completely opaque color, like if I put in this gray or if I put in this black, I'm not really doing anything because all of these colors are completely opaque. But if I hit the letter C and switch to transparency and then go to, like, say, my soft airbrush, I could use any brush, but if I go to, well, let's use the pure paintbrush, and I'm using transparency, I can now paint transparency. You can see what's coming through underneath there. I'm going to use a soft airbrush just because it's faster. Now this is not deleting, okay? It's just hiding this area. So everywhere that you paint with a transparency, it's just hiding that section. You can see this big black area in the middle. It's just hiding it. The information is still there. This is one of the reasons why a layer mask is so helpful, is because all I've got to do is click on my mask and just get away from the transparency. Pick any other color. As long as it's opaque, I can use black, I can use white, and now I can pull that painting back in. So a mask is just a way to temporarily mask off something, and I use masks all the time. I'll give you guys some other examples of these later. But for now, we're going to use a mask on this glow that we made. So we've got our glow, which is a little too strong. I'm going to put a mask on it. Use transparency. You can either click this or hit the letter C. My soft airbrush. And I'm going to start painting this out in the middle of the cat here. But I've still got that glow along the edge. You can even see the cat shape over here on the mask now. So it's starting to look like more like he's emanating his own light source. Now at this stage, because we have all of this on different layers, we could go in and change any of this. So if I wanted to go in and grab like the base color for the cat and make it a different color, make it more yellow, make it more orange, about where it is, make it less saturated, more saturated. Got all these options because I'm underneath all the other work that I've done. Same thing applies to like the hat. I want to make this hat a little bit more saturated. Now I am still not quite happy with this cat. There's one other thing I want to try. I'm going to remove the glow from everywhere except outside the cat. So I'm going to use the wand to select the cat, hit delete to remove it from that cat glow layer. So we're just leaving that glow on the outside. And now I want to double that glow effect. So I'm just going to hit Control J on that layer. It'll duplicate the layer. We do have some strangeness though going on in the lines now. So we can fix this by selecting the inks by Control or Command clicking the inks thumbnail in the layer window, and then just hitting delete on both the cat glow layers at the top. I knew I'd get here eventually. It wasn't something I'd ever tried before. You guys got to see me figure it out in real time. We can merge these down too. these two cat glow layers. Merge with layer below. Apply the mask. I'm going to pump up this glow by selecting the background from the flats layer and then using a soft brush around the cat on the SFX layer with a more saturated color. Alright, so at this point I'm actually pretty happy with the way the cat looks, but he's pretty bright, and I don't think the orange light from him is infecting the gentleman quite as much as it should. So I'm going to make a selection of the man itself and then go back to that overlay layer we made earlier, and just with a big soft airbrush right in this area, gonna paint that with orange. And like I said earlier, the neat thing about overlay is it's not really going to affect the values much. The dark parts will just get a little bit lighter, the midtones will get a little bit oranger, and it won't really affect those highlights very much. It's going to tint it all orange a little bit, but that's kind of what I want. And now we're ready to move on to the next one.